My neighbor left her house to my dad and her will. I got news that my elderly neighbor passed away this last week. She was 94 and the most compassionate person I've ever met. She's always been an important person in my family's life. For some backstory, my parents had me when my dad was 16 and my mom was 18. She decided she didn't want to have a child to take care of because she had so many goals she didn't think she could achieve while raising a child. My dad begged her to keep me and he would take all the responsibility and raise me by himself. He managed to convince her and he dropped out of high school, got his GED, and went to work on the pipeline to earn some money to save up so he could afford to take care of me. My maternal grandparents didn't want anything to do with me either, so it was just me, my dad, and his parents. At age 20, my dad moved out to an okay house he found for somewhat cheap. This is when we met our neighbor. I'll call Betty. Betty made sure to welcome us with open arms and told us, if we ever needed anything at all, to knock on her door. My grandmother had a health scare one night, and my dad couldn't find anyone to watch me. So he knocked on Betty's door. She agreed to watch me. And from that day on, she became my unofficial granny, as she would say. She would frequently have dinner with us. As I got older, we helped look after her house and do all of her yard work. Everyone in my family just fell in love with a beautiful person that Betty was. I don't want to drag this story out any longer, but she was always there for us, and vice versa. Last night, there was a knock on the door. It was a lawyer explaining that Betty left us pretty much everything she had said, that when she was alone, we made her feel like family, and she could never repay my father for all the kindness and compassion he had. So this was her way to make up for that. That brought my father to tears. He put a picture of us and Betty up that we got. I'm so proud of the person my dad is, and that he changed her life just as much as she changed ours.